She said I was in the background listening. Y'all funny.
Listen, you got a little glimpse of what my life is like on a regular basis.
Yeah.
'Cause I be
You are tuned in to What a Baltimore Online Radio. Please note that the views and opinions expressed are of the host and not of Lady J Media. Thank you and enjoy the show.
I know you do. I know you do, because that's what I do. I give you that kind of love that makes you come back. I'm your pusher, baby. I'm your pusher.
Why do you like this? Why you pushing me? She likes me.
Hey, little black boy, let me holler at you for a minute. That I was once in your place. You should respect what I say. Some of the things I'm about to tell you just may save your life in the world right now. Much is right. Little black boy, you're gonna see and experience all sorts of things, but don't let your mind be locked in the chains. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Spitfire Poetry Shutdown. It is Wednesday, September 28th. I am your host, John Hansboro. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day thus far. Today, tonight, right now, this moment, I got my family on the podcast with me tonight. So we're going to definitely act a complete fool. I want to introduce you guys to the table. My family, Anna Aneski Kesmit at your top left there. Right on the right is her awesome husband, Victor CEO, and it's not Leo season. And my sister,
Leo
Shamise,
season.
my sister Shamise, Lady Jacobs at the bottom there. How y'all doing tonight, fam?
Leo season 365, bro.
I am well.
Leo season not even in effect, I don't think, right now.
365, bro. You not
And
here.
you say it's all year long.
You got fire behind you right now. Spitfire. Leo season.
Look,
Not really.
I've had all three of them on here before. I'm sure at least once or twice. Shami's been on here quite a few times. But when you talk about divine, like things that's supposed to happen and things that happen organically and is not forced, this is something that has happened in my life that I am so thankful for. All three of these people on this screen and our extended family of the I Am Woke family. I want to give a shout out
to the cast,
Glory.
man. Everyone to make it happen already. Y'all know what it is.
The whole cast, and I definitely got to give a special shout out to Lady Glory because I was supposed to have her on tonight and I totally forgot. So I will definitely have her on in about a week or two, I'm sure.
One of the most emotional pause I've ever heard in my life.
Huh?
She gave one of the most emotional pause I've ever heard in my life.
Right? I know. I think her and Mozart definitely. Her and Mozart had me shed a tear this year for the poems, definitely. Just overbooking, doing too much since I forgot all about it. You know what I mean? I'd be so excited about this vibes and verses when we do the vibes and verses and everything.
Yeah.
I just got caught up. I forgot all about it. But I talked to my sister. We good. I'm gonna have her on. She told me to say hello to everybody. And also hello to the rest of the cast. You know, I love you guys. Get well to our brother Gio. And everybody over there. I love y'all. I can't wait I can't wait till we do it again. So look, let's introduce ourselves really fast. Let's start with Aneski. Anna comes in at the top. Tell us who you are and what you do. You know, I know you said it before, but I like to think that every time I do a show, I gained some followers. You know, I really believe that, and I'm thankful, so thankful for everybody who tunes in. So oh no.
We gonna handle that.
We lost him.
That said it. They said they wanted me to go back to hosting. They said they felt the energy even though they missed it.
Hey, they said they what? That's because he started all that Leo stuff. See,
look, real
I make what I say come into existence. Leo season.
You just gotta have it be all about you. Y'all are so y'all narcissistic in a nice way.
No, it's all about us. It's not all about me. It's all about us. There ain't no me without us.
With you on top. I mean, does not
somebody
us start with the letter U?
head.
I'm just saying.
You know how Voltron was? Somebody had to form the head.
And we're back. And you know what? I wasn't even worried. I knew it was going to get carried. I know how y'all. That's why we together. You know?
That's what we do.
So like I was saying, Aneski Anna comes in at the top. Introduce yourself, sis. You know, some of the followers on here might not know who you are. So tell them who you are and what you do.
Okay. My name is Aneski Anna Kesmit. That is my pseudonym and my stage name. It means the queen of life, of what life was like. Aneski by itself also means she belongs to me. I chose that name because I like to think of myself as the type of person that can get back to our natural, peaceful mindset, as far as being as one as mind, body, and soul, not just as a person, but as a people and as a culture. So I try to express that through my poetry, and you do so through my name. I am co-CEO of 4 Authors Authentic Urban Publishing. I am also the administrative assistant for Delvic Moving and Hauling. We have just released our 10th book, which is a children's book by the name of God Won't Answer Me. Written by C.L. Deloach. So that book is now available on Amazon. You guys check it out. We just doing what we do. We're trying to encourage authorship and writership. We're trying to encourage these arts. We're trying to get people back on a positive track. So yeah, that's what I do. That's who I am.
I love it. And Mr. Victor, CEO over there, this is her lovely, her husband right here. This is a super duo team right here. Seriously, all jokes aside, I love these guys. I like the way they just, the way they form and just do stuff. And when you look up the word support in a relationship, they are definitely standing right there as the definition of support. And I love it. Vic, tell us about yourself, bro.
First of all, I appreciate that, bro.
Absolutely.
Secondly, we're not gonna skip over the fact that you was about to call me her lovely husband. We're not gonna do that, big bro.
I know.
We ain't gonna skip over that shit like we ain't hear that.
You are lovely when you want to be, Vic.
But yeah, I'm Vic, the CEO, right? That well, Vic's my name, Victor Deloach Bay. That was coined by my wife actually because I really have been taking time and effort to study and get my business mind right so that I can take my family into a new atmosphere, into a new level of life. And when I say my family, it's not just my wife and children, not just my mother and my siblings. I'm talking about my adopted family, my brothers, Hansboro, BC Pool, Gio, all these people that I've come to know and love, Marco, Denise, Ashley, and I know my wife always tell me don't name drop because you always end up missing somebody. Dr. Musa. If I do, it's always on the mind, not the heart. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody that I love, y'all know I love y'all. Y'all know I'll be for real about that. I don't play about that family stuff. So that's how Victor CEO came about. I have an ability to put on multiple hats. I do poetry, I rap, I write, I host. We writing books. We actually finishing the edits on my first urban fiction, and then I'm gonna continue with my sci-fi fantasy and my espionage. Which now that I said it to y'all all here, I have to follow through. We have a lot of work to do. Like my wife said, we also have Delvic Moving. We moved into doing hoarder homes. It's no job too small, no job too big. We will accommodate every situation. And we're just working hard trying to build a better future for our children and for ourselves and to show people that there is a better way to do things.
I love it. Absolutely. I love it. Absolutely. Shamise Lady Jacobs, my sister. Tell us about yourself, sis.
Hey y'all, hey.
That's my sister. That's my
Y'all should
sister.
be familiar with me by
Pull,
now. I
pull.
practically live on Spitfire.
Yes,
But for those of you who don't know me, I am Shamise Lady Jacobs, poet, author, life coach. Now that's being thanks to my good sister Aneski. I be acting a little bit. I love all things art and all things people, and yeah, ain't a whole lot to that.
right. I love it.
Right.
A whole lot to that. There was
Like,
a whole
ain't
lot
no
to
whole
what
lot
you
to
talking
that.
about.
Ain't a whole lot to that.
Ain't a whole lot to the whole lot. Get out of
Ain't
here.
Until she do some poetry, you hear me,
Right.
bro?
And look, we're going to get right into it because I know the people excited because I got so many of y'all on here. We're going to start off right with Aneski and let her do one, and we just going to rotate. I'm going to let all three of y'all try to get as many in as you
That's how
can.
you pick it off.
This is cipher. It's a poetry cipher. I'm with it. Oh man.
So we're gonna let
Man,
we're gonna let Aneski go first, then Shamise, and then Vic, and then just keep rotating it like that.
All right.
that'll work.
All right,
Oh
that
man.
sounds good to y'all. I'm sure I'm gonna try to compose myself. It's not about me doing any poetry tonight, but
Come on,
I
John.
know I'm
Patty.
gonna see if I can
Oh,
sit
the
still
table
and
got
not.
4 legs, bro. The table got 4 legs, bro. You can't
You
do that.
right. I know you right, but see,
Ain't
we
no
so strong.
tripod.
We so strong when
Oh,
that when
Spitfire.
that
I'm
one
just
leg
saying.
folds, the other three still holds it up somehow. The
That's how
table
we
still
do.
stands.
You cannot
So
do Spitfire Poetry Shutdown and not have
It's
John
called
Hansboro, the
Spitfire.
Spitfire poet with
And
unusual
John,
flavor,
and
not
John, since in the
Spitfire.
time that I've known you, I have not known you to fold. So what the hell are you talking about, man?
That's what I'm saying.
What you talking
Like,
about?
y'all know I can't
that's
sit
one
here and
thing I
not
love
do it if
about that's
y'all
what
gonna
I
do
love about
something.
us, though. Not only do we are each other's fans, so bro. I mean, I came here for the
Absolutely.
show. I mean, you
Yes,
asked me to say something. I mean, I want to hear something too.
absolutely.
Ah,
All right. Well,
No
y'all know
problem,
I ain't gonna be able to sit still and not do nothing. So I'll jump
let's
in there at
go.
some point, but we're gonna let Aneski just jump off with it right now.
I'm gonna
Whenever
jump it
you
off.
ready,
I'm gonna
sis,
kick it off
let's
because we
do it.
spitting
Whenever
fire.
you ready.
I'm gonna start off. I'm gonna do the first poem. I'm gonna do. I just recently did in lieu of the death of the queen. Now it wasn't on purpose. That's just how the universe so happened to have did it.
It's
The
always
day I
purpose.
performed it just so happened to be the day she died, and I didn't find out until after I did the poem. So I'm gonna run that back for you guys. It's called The Queen's Cake. Um, and I hope you like it. So high and mighty sit the rich, those who have crowned themselves kings and queens, carnivorous connoisseurs who have spent centuries colonizing, creating countries, conquering natives, and incorporating natural resources. Mutated offspring of our purest bloodlines, once isolated but somehow educated and freed, only to ostracize the very angel of light that chose to grace them from their ignorance. And now they have the audacity to stand over those who have endured the pain of war, disease, famine, whips, and chains with their nose turned to the sky as if to say, let them eat cake.
No.
Fuck June 14th. Am I really to be grateful for the recognition of the sign of documentation to reroute slavery? The shackles of my great-grandparents were never loosened, but lessened to a degree that focused solely on cultural castration and the industrial uprising of this corporation, nicknamed the nation, aka home of the free. Fuck King Day. So as to remind the future that physical castration won't be enough to keep my people from violently rising up with fist over fury, beating down our oppressor to reclaim the land we told on into the days when the sweet chariot would swing low and take our ancestors home. What sense does it make to march up MLK Boulevard, grand bands and flag girls stomp and twirl while the Republicans can march right up to the doors of the White House, kick it in, vandalize and minimize the very independence declared for all citizens, and literally march right out? Ironically, we grace this landmark with a speech that constantly leaves my people in suspense as we continue to turn the other cheek. Fuck the 28 days used to remind us that we will always be remembered as slaves, receiving less than deserved. The list of colored people who have contributed to the accolades that make America great in the first place. Our expertise exceeded those considered to be forefathers, the first slave masters who paved the way by establishing a wicked line of defense as justification for why the 10 Commandments do not apply to lawmakers nor members of the clergy. I can't be satisfied with just cake. Stereotyped to be a sucker for festivities, throwing parties every birthday, holiday, holy day, days we never celebrated prior to the days they raided the tombs of the pharaohs, the high priests, keepers of the key, robbed of our nationality, assumed to accept the hypocritical crumbs of society, strategically arranged to give us just the bare minimum. Any knowledge we lack as a people in these days is shame on those who are woke. My despise for the crust surrounding the lives of this American apple pie has caused me to be unsatisfied with the slice of heaven that was offered to me by the color of my skin at birth. I refuse to stay silent. I speak the truth. Are we hoping the sweet morsels of Uncle Sam's delicate dessert will make up for not having a whole meal? Blessed be the grace that was said over the stench of hog mugs and chitterlings. Master's trash fed many like 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread. My soul is hungry, for I have made peace with my destiny. I will starve before I eat the cake like anime, an indecent gesture meant to emphasize our insignificance with a Memorial Day. No matter how fluffy the butter cream icing may be, every layer of disrespect still tastes bitter to me. The ribbon dressing and candy pearls won't hide their heinous history. And besides, sugar-coated bullshit has never been my cup of tea.
She an animal with it.
God damn. My flame won't even stay. Shit.
I mean, you gotta start the cipher off right.
I love it. Man, look, listen.
Cake. La. I love that shit.
Anime gonna eat that goddamn cake right there.
Yeah. On Juneteenth too.
Right. But we're gonna have look. And we so unconscious out here, right?
It's always
we sit there and celebrate
of a holiday.
Listen to this.
Would always get me.
This is the insanity, right? They'll have a cookout on June 14th. Yeah. Celebrate the so-called end of slavery, which never happened. And then turn around on the 4th of July and still celebrate Independence Day. Are you serious?
And I like been like my man
to be in rebellion to July the 4th, first of all, because on Independence Day, you did not receive your independence.
Absolutely.
These so-called new Americans received their right to lawfully enslave you, according to their own nation's law.
I want Aneski, what inspired that really quick? Tell us what inspired that poem.
Okay. Well, shoot, we were driving in the car.
Yeah.
And I wrote that real quick. Then we got to talk about, was it the holidays?
We were working, right? We were working at the time. We were mobile. And we was talking about which queen had even said that saying, let them eat cake. And we was talking about the hypocrisy of a lot of sayings we use, you know. Like, I hate how we say, you know, you want your cake and eat it too. What the hell else am I supposed to do with cake? It's not a decoration. I'm supposed to eat it. You know, so we were talking about how had said, let them eat cake. As if, you know, you got starving people, peasants who have no food to eat. You give me cake, I'm happy. Kid, you didn't give me no potatoes. You gave me something to eat. So what are you saying here? So we was talking about that, and she built on the hypocrisy and the redundancy of the things that we apply ourselves to. And I'm telling you, no bullshit. Before we was on our way home, she had that shit done.
You seem like you let a lot off when you did that, sis. Like, was that a good release for you writing that?
Yeah, it definitely is a shackle breaker for me because growing up younger, being under the Christian faith, we tend to put a lot on holidays, which as I got older and got to learning the history of the holidays, had me vexed because they come to find out, of course, a lot of the Christian holidays were based off of pagan holidays. And then so we just going around spending all our money trying to celebrate these people holidays, and they not even giving us freedom. We slaving to celebrate their days. And all they do is say, and they have the audacity to say, well, fine then, you can get a holiday too.
Right.
You want a month? Here, take February. There you go. Yeah. All right, fine then.
We give you the short month. We give you the leap year month.
Right.
Free.
You know,
y'all want a day off too? Fine then. Give them King Day. Y'all get a day off work too.
And it's crazy because when I first stopped celebrating a lot of holidays, right? And people ask me, why don't you do Christmas anymore? And I say, I would tell them, well, because the Bible told me not to. And they'd be like, what are you talking about? I say, Jeremiah 10, verse 1-6. It says, hear ye, O children of Israel. Be thou not dismayed at the sides of heaven, because one cutteth down the tree like the woodman does with the hands of his axe. They fasten it so that it does not topple. They adorn it with gold and silver. It does not have the power to hurt. This is the power to help. Its needs must be born. So here it is, telling you not to do this. And every December 25th, you decorate the tree. You put gold and silver tinsel and fasten it so that it doesn't fall over. So everything that the book of Jeremiah told you not to do, you do.
Not me.
This is why, y'all.
Not me. I'm not
watching.
It wasn't me.
For anybody watching.
It wasn't me.
For anybody watching, it's a wonder when we together that we get anything done, because we can tell when somebody about to start their shit. So I'm gonna let my sister Shamise go real quick so Vic can get his shit off, because I know he's itching right now. You know what I mean? Shamise, Lady Jacobs in the house. Shamise, talk to us. What you got on your mind? First of all, you have a book release coming up, or do you not?
I do.
Yeah.
I do.
Okay, what is the date for that before you spit your poem? What's the date for your book release?
The book release is November 22nd. Undecided about how that's going to go down. I'm excited to finally be getting this out, because one of these books have been in the works for years and was actually supposed to be released before holiday, but the creator wanted me to do a different thing, so I did what I was told, and for good reason. I see now, and that is Glass in the Ashes, which is not a book of poetry, but rather my take on what healing really looks like, because I think that, and it's something that I had to take my time with, especially once I decided to answer the call to coaching, and realizing that so many people do look up, to me, or look to me for help in that area. I had to be really careful about how I did this, because the last thing I want to do is create a false narrative around how healing really looks. And especially now that I'm coaching, I don't want anybody to think that it's easy, because the shit is not easy. I don't want anybody to ever think that it happens quickly, or that at some point you are completely healed, because no, that's not how that happens. Hence the title Glass in the Ashes. We can overcome and triumph so much stuff and embody what I call Phoenix energy. We rise above it all. Our wings are aflame and we are soaring high, but it's after you have to take this serious look in the mirror. You got to break yourself down. And sometimes in breaking yourself down, you feel the need to shatter that mirror because you don't like what you see. That's Glass in the Ashes, but you can still have your Phoenix moment, but take that mirror moment first. So
this was crazy, right? That ain't even her poetry, y'all. That's just her talking.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's just giving her piece. Come on,
so, that's Glass in the Ashes. And then Tell It to the Sun is a book of poems and other things, because I just be writing and thinking and talking. And so, November 22nd, double book release.
Yeah.
Give her her flowers now. Now.
Get my copy now.
Pre-orders will start on October 2nd. Pre-orders for Glass in the Ashes start, and then October 15th pre-order for Tell It to the Sun start. And that's because I did it that way because those are actually the 2 original release dates.
Okay.
So I wanted to still honor those because of the way that they were chosen. And yeah, but the official release is November 22nd. I keep y'all posted.
Right.
Okay. So now we get into one of the pieces from Tell It to the Sun. I go through this thing every time I'm about to do some major something, anything major in my life. I go through this thing where I feel like I battle with my confidence and my strengths, and I'm looking at everything looks weird, and then I kind of almost fall into what feels like a seasonal depression. The only reason why I won't call it that is because I don't attach myself to that word anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But it gets strange. But here's the thing. And Vic actually said something that really, I don't know if you meant to, Vic, but you pierced my heart with this one in a good way yesterday when you said, that knowing that y'all might have to rely on me in a certain manner to not forget to check on me. You'd be amazed at how many people forget to check on me. Like I am the strong friend. I don't mind being a strong friend. I only mind when I'm not allowed breaks, or it feels like I'm not allowed a break. So
I understand. I know the feeling.
Bless you for even putting that out there like that. I love you.
Because that's what a lot of people, we tend to do that to the strong ones. When you the shoulder to lean on, people forget that sometimes you need a shoulder to lean on. So I want to make sure that we don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Be support what's going on. Good, sis.
When I
we
went
got to do that with each other.
The thing that inspired Holiday, which was a 5-year bout of depression and anxiety, nobody knew to check on me. I wore my mask so well.
Wow.
Right.
And people tend to be so selfish.
Not even purposely, though. Not even purposely.
Nobody thought to really check on me.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't living. I was going to work. I wasn't living. I was going to parties. I wasn't living. I wasn't living.
Yes.
And nobody thought to tap in. So this piece is called Zombie Queen.
Okay.
I've been dead before. Been nothing but heavy carcass. Couldn't move because there was no life in me. No doctors to resuscitate me. No miracles to roll away the stone from my tomb. Yes, my death was sacrifice. And maybe this poem is sacrilegious. It's just, I remember that time I was dead before. No one mourned me. They didn't even know I wasn't breathing. They didn't even notice how life had left me. Needless to say, there was no memorial. No one spoke on how they remembered me in my living because I wasn't a memory to them yet. They didn't even know I had died despite the life that had left my eyes see when they came to bear their soul. They didn't look for mine. Didn't care that it was buried under everything I'd ever been through. Buried beneath the scars and wounds. Buried beneath the pain of losing the ones I choose. They left me too soon. And man, didn't I wish to go with them. But I had already been dead before. This lifetime was probably my 6th or 7th. And still, I don't know if I've ever seen or gotten close to heaven because I heard suicide sends you to hell. And well, ain't no sacrifice like committing suicide twice. I believe so. I mean, probably. And if you ask me how I'm living now, I'd say hardly. I mean, barely. I mean, life is all but fair. See, I've been dead before, so I barely care how it treats me. I'm here. That's
yes. Whoa! I'm telling you, it's food for the soul.
Can't nobody really fuck without telling you.
Yeah, I've been there.
Listen, I love
like
this is what our city produces. It ain't just us for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? This is what our city produces, and we try to make sure. That's why I love my wife too. She makes sure I never forget to shout out the people who really doing stuff. Like the what's the poetry table?
Oh, you talking about
Slater Hughes and them.
The Slam Again. Shout out to the man, the poetry slam,
Baltimore. Don't nobody talk
number
about
one in the
I
nation.
Can't stand it. Don't nobody talk
number
about
one
it.
in the nation. They don't talk
for
about
the last 5+ years. Have won the national championship.
And
Brought
look,
the country home for the poetry.
Bro,
Because our city
they've
produces
been
this, man.
kicking ass all
This
over this.
Billie Holiday hit.
They've been
That's it.
kicking ass all over the country for a while now.
Right.
Like they've been doing this for a
Right.
minute. Shout out to them because they all I've met just about all of them at different open mics and stuff like that. All of them cool, humble as
But
shit.
this
You
is
know what
what
I
our
mean?
city
I had
produces,
the
bro.
brother Black Chakra on my show one
Yeah,
time last
yeah.
year. Like they're amazing, man. They really are. I love them, and they doing
Oh, that
great
this
stuff
the
in the
city Billie
community because
Holiday
just
made
about all of
Moses.
them are teaching these kids as well too. Some
Yes,
of them
sir.
are in the schools, so they're teaching our babies different ways to. I feel like they're different ways to express themselves. You know what I mean? You ain't always got to punch somebody in the face. Figure
Right.
out another way. You
Yo,
know what I
I
mean?
never
Figure out another
forget.
way.
I never forget my first time encountering seeing Slangston perform, and it
Oh
might
my
not have been
God,
Slangston.
yes.
He might have been in lyrical Leviathan mode. I don't know if y'all know he got like 4 names, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Slangston Hughes, Thelonious Funk, or something like that. Lyrical Leviathan.
Poet. No, you got Kenneth something.
No. I'm talking about Slangston by himself. Has like
By himself, his many.
4 names, right? And my
But
first
wait,
encounter
so
with
you
him,
hold on. 2 of them people I heard of, I did not know they was him.
they're
Okay.
all Slangston, y'all.
Same
He is
person.
I
so
love
dope.
it.
He is so dope. So my first time seeing him perform, I used to go to this open mic called Organic Soul Tuesdays, right? And this was when they had moved over to Eden's Lounge before they were at Saratoga Street. We at Eden's Lounge, and he takes the stage and he's spitting, and he got into it, and then whatever he said, he starts spitting fucking backwards and turning back around this way on the stage.
Yeah,
And
he
when
does that.
I was done. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm never going to be. That's master level performance. I'm
Never.
never going to be there.
I
That's
went to
crazy.
it. I went to the first time I met Slangston. I was at a his book release with oh my gosh, Waddell, Devin Waddell. And they was doing a book release together, and man, his whole aura. When I tell you, like you say, he is like a god when it comes to poetry. Like he's definitely up there. And he like last time me and Vic went and seen him over at Clipper
Oh,
Mill.
yeah.
He did this poem, man. When I tell you that poem I was bawling in tears. I went over to the barmaid, like, no, miss, I don't need a drink. I need some tissue. Do you see me? I'm wet, like face wet.
But just the thing, though, right? We're blessed to have a circle where we get to get that every time we talk to each other.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I almost fell out when I heard
Without
Shamise.
further ado,
When I heard Reese Poe, when I heard Reese Poe at the play at the first play we did, and she hit that sometimes.
Listen, I don't know why y'all like to hear me sing. That sound horrible to me. I just really love music. I really
It was beautiful.
No, you definitely have a beautiful voice.
Had the whole let me wipe my face before I walk back on this stage.
Yeah, please,
we run out of time. Let me get you. I gotta let you have the floor. So go ahead and spit this shit. This is Victor, CEO. He wears many multiple hats. And if I got a feeling he's gonna bless us tonight with something. I really do. This man always surprises me. So I'm gonna let y'all hear what he got to say.
Well, see, I wasn't the genius of my wife to make sure I sent all my phones to somebody else's phone. So I could only give y'all what I have down flake. No, that's not true. I'm gonna give y'all something else anyway though. But the first thing I'm gonna do, cause my brother Hansboro, this is one of his favorite poems of mine. So out of respect and honor to him, I'm gonna do this one. Don't weep for me. I released this form. Stand strong, cause I'm still alive. I've just moved on. Back to the source from whence I came. My spirit unites with ancestors on a higher plane. Let go of the physical. Bask in the spiritual. One with the most high, where we takes place of I, and I unites with us. To supreme energy forms flesh from dust. Once again, with more lessons learned, I've become the embodiment of the supreme being's strength, but in physical manifests. As I pass test after test, breath after breath, reincarnate stronger, death after death. As I bring more light, as I dispel wrongs, I bring more right. As I fought with the battle, the darkness and shadows, and soar till I need flesh no more. So, don't weep for me. when I release this form. Stand strong, cause I'm still alive. I've just moved on. Back
Mm.
to the source for which I came. My spirit unites with ancestors on a higher plane. Let go of the physical. Bask in the spiritual. One with the most high, where we takes place of I, and I unites with us. To supreme energy forms flesh from dust. Once again. Cause once again, with more lessons learned, I become the embodiment of the supreme being strength, but in physical manifest.
Mm. I love it. Fuck.
Yeah, classic.
Damn, bro. You know, every single
Definitely from the
time
I Am Woke play.
whew, yeah, yeah. Y'all need to, whenever we do that poetical experience, every time you need to be a part of that and check it out. But Vic, every time you do that, bro, it takes me to a place, you know what I mean, where I had health issues in 2013 that was very close to taking me out. Like I
Right,
was
right.
you know what I mean? I was on my way out of here. And every time I hear that, it does something to me and puts me in a place of forget, of thankfulness and grace and all of that. But also it gives me strength because I used to say that
Appreciate that, son.
I'm still alive. I used to say
I'm
I was
still
going
alive.
to different churches and stuff like that and different places that was helping me spiritually I was broke. I was done. You know what I'm saying? I was done,
I get
bro.
it.
And that
I get
poem,
it.
every time I hear you say that, that takes me to a place of just of thankfulness. So I appreciate you for doing it. I really do. I love
Appreciate
that
you,
shit
bro.
right there. I do. I do. Yes, y'all. These are okay. So Anna Aneski, Kamzat, and Victor, the CEO, all right, are responsible for the play I Am Woke that we are a part of. Aneski is the writer and the director, and she just had this wonderful idea to merge everyone's work together to embody something that she had a vision of, which I still just can't get over.
Bro,
It's
bro, I had
incredible.
the blessing to see this day and night. I'm watching this woman at the computer sleep. I'm talking about she sitting here and I'd help. You know what I'm saying? But that's all I can say. I'd help. You know what I'm saying? I sit here and will watch her construct dialogue through poems that have been written. That
Mhm,
poem that I just did, I'm still alive. I never even had a title. You the one that titled this poem.
Yeah.
mhm,
You titled this
mhm,
poem. And I always have
mhm,
to give honor and pay homage to my brothers, Jaleel, Lambadale, Corbadale, several other brothers, Alan Bay, good brothers that was with me when I had wrote this poem. And I heard these brothers speak, and they spoke so eloquently. We was in the temple or the chapter of the death and burial of Elizabeth, who was the mother of John the Baptist, Mary's cousin. So when they spoke on the chapter so eloquently, and I was so proud that they understood the lessons.
mhm,
So when they did that, I wanted them to understand that I see them and I hear them because they understand that this physical death is not a real death. You know what I'm saying? That energy that animated the flesh has animated the flesh before and it will do it again. These incarnations will be new incarnations and it will happen over and over. It's a repetitive thing. And wanted people to understand that death is nothing to fear. It's a transition state of the life we live. You still on the journey. You still on the journey. So breathe easy because it's gonna be okay.
Yo, Vic spit that
Sometimes
shit that
you
make you want to light up a joint.
gotta live
Yeah.
again.
Vic,
Yeah,
you spit
Yeah.
that.
I keep
You
telling y'all
spit
it's
that
like
shit,
church.
bro. Vic,
yeah,
you,
yeah.
you spit that shit, Vic, that makes somebody want to light up a joint like a smoker. It makes you want to just sit back and be like, damn, just listen to you. Cause you be on some
Yeah.
shit, bro. You really do.
I
Look,
mean,
I
it took
want us
a
to
lot,
just take
yo.
this out with poetry. I want us to take us out with poetry. So
Uh,
whatever y'all got, I want y'all all to do another one. If it's
Uh,
short,
yes.
that's fine. I think we got about 12 minutes left. So we're gonna let Aneski do another one.
All right.
My sister Shamise do one, and then Vic gonna take us out.
All right. Oh, hold on. I don't even now. Hold up. Oh, there we go. I'm working an iPhone, y'all. I'm stepping my game up. Yeah.
so
Okay,
you guys,
okay.
we are anti-iPhone in this room. Stop playing.
Yeah,
And
Team Android all day. I don't know about that.
I had to send it to an
Gratitude.
iPhone. All right. This next one I'm gonna do. I have it. This is a little bit of a newbie. I'm not sure if any of y'all heard this one.
Oh shit, new shit. I love it. All right.
And that's because I know John. I know you love new shit. So here you go. It's called So Many Times. How strange and quite different from what you thought true love would feel like. See, you've been in love so many times before, you felt like the true feeling of love was as fluent as riding a bike, but not this time. This was unfamiliar, and compared to most love stories, this was quite peculiar. It's called the game of love, in which your successes do not outweigh your failures. And so, hint the first clue that loving me would be the first time you wouldn't feel like you did the last time. Even though this time felt like the last time, and the second time felt like the first time, you still feared it would be the last time I'd come around. See, you always figured love was more about the ups instead of the downs, more about smiles and less about frowns. Days filled with creating romantic memories with extravagant gifts and casual compliments, erotic lovemaking, egotistical confidence. Never could you imagine this sensation. What would be I'm sorry, never could you imagine this sensation would be what true love would feel like. See, you've been in love so many times before. You felt like the true feeling of love was more like a sting and less like a bite. But no, it hurts like hell. You never knew there would be less ups and more downs, even though the downs came to build you both up. So by the time you realized you were down, love would have picked you up only to look around and see you're all by yourself. See, you've been in love so many times before. You felt like the true feeling of love was as genuine as the person who stood in front of you and not behind you. But no, it's the person that's within you.
Shit. True love shouldn't be this complicated. God damn, I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, sis, come on, Shamise, what you got? Let's keep it moving. I love it, Nestle. Shit.
I'm gonna do this piece called Kintsugi from Holiday. I don't know if people are familiar with what Kintsugi is, but sometimes you see like pieces of pottery or dishes that have cracks that have the gold filling. It's a Asian technique to mending things. They believe that no matter how broken something is, it can still be beautiful again.
Okay.
And I wholeheartedly concur.
Absolutely.
Something had raised me so high up before using all its might to send me crashing into the hardest floor to have ever existed. Fall felt like forever. Sometimes sorrow is a bottomless pit. I watched pieces of myself fly across rooms. Watched pieces of myself fly off the handle. Didn't have the handle on things I thought I was handling well. And in these times, there was nothing but empty wells where I was. But I wore that smile so beautifully, they thought I was well. Who could I tell that this was not the case? How come there is never something there to catch the falling beautiful things? Never really a soft spot, only hard places and rocks, acceptance and aftershock. Been trying to convince yourself that everything with the bottom must have a top, because if there's a beginning, then there must be an end. And this is where you start to mend, piece by piece, lesson by lesson. You find the gold in the darkest corners of your aching mind, and you use it to fill the cracks in hopes that this thing gets better. And it does for a while, until you find yourself in new, unprotected hands, not equipped to handle your fragile being. And being vulnerable means you will relive the same things that made you think you'd never be whole again. It's okay. All you have to do is remember when you did this before. And remember that there is more gold and God is glue, and broken things are beautiful too. And when every crack, you come back more unique than before. Every chip left on the floor wasn't meant to be carried on. You will carry on and they will be in awe of you. You will wonder if they will ever believe what you've been through. But that won't matter, because eventually you'll end up in a place where your divine purpose is to just be beautiful. And those with unsteady hands will be too afraid to touch you, not because you're fragile, but because beautiful things shouldn't be broken.
Yes.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I love it, sis. I love it.
Thank you.
I'll beat you on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody needed that. So I'm telling you, for real. Somebody needed that. That right there puts me in mind of that Aretha Franklin, like that Rose. Wasn't that her with the Rose?
Yeah, it's still a rose.
Yeah, I love it, sis. All right, Vic, take us out, bro. What you got? I know you got something. You want to do freestyle, or you got something you want? Something else you got? You want to do something on the top?
Well, again, since I wasn't the genius that my wife was, I have no choice but to. So, since I wasn't able to transpose nothing to another phone, that's what I'm gonna do, right? All right. So, since nothing was prepped, I'm gonna write this down.
Boom, we love it.
So, if you want to hear it again, press record, grab a pen and paper, and write this down. Cause see, the powers that be don't want me to come with this light shit now. They want me to be a nigga scene and just pipe this down.
Come on, bro.
But that third eye open made me righteous now. So I can't help but to be the livest now. Seeing too many of mine zombified, walking around dead carcasses breathing. Because they can't touch the heart that's within. Having a hard time to reach in. So they seeking outward illusions to find out that the God that's within is easy to get to. Just knock 3 times and it'll answer to you. Because see, the truth is this, right? While you trying to have me stuck in the realm of niggerdom. Running around standing on corners, slinging drugs to my people, squeezing triggers at them. Wondering why I lay down a man that looks like me while the opposition who looks my opposite. A watered down version of me trying to come down, strapped up with guns to cock and spit. And I won't stand up to them, but I'll stand down and bend the knee to a metal bracelet to put me back into slavery. Because I read the 13th and I know what it says and I know what I seen. I've been behind bars. And I walk around proudly holding my scars because I survived the brutality that is slavery. In this 21st century. You hearing me? They tried to finish me, hoping to end me, locked me up in a box with another man, away from my wife and children. Can't hug and kiss my mother or dap my mans. Got me sitting there eating shit that I wouldn't feed to my dog. Straight slop like I'm a pig. When I don't even eat the intestines of a pig, I never cut bacon off the side of his ribs. I'm on some different shit. So listen quick. Because if you move too slow, your feet will become implanted in the spots you are, and your body will refuse to grow. Like a tree, you'll be steadfast, but you will bend with the wind. Nah, we are iron, men sharpen men. We are steel, and y'all going to feel what I say because everything I speak is real. See, they tried to lie to me and have me embrace slavery and relinquish my sovereignty. That more man that knows more man than the average man, because the next man couldn't understand that the baddest man ain't the one that's standing with the gun in hand, ready to tote, cock, and pop even if it jams. The baddest man is the one who can stand on intellect and keep the war away from his family and keep them safe, so that at night they can sleep in peace and rise up again and shine that light. And every time I'm a Spitfire, poetry shut down. Don't give a fuck what they got to say. It's what's up now. Because I will light this up and I will keep coming with my righteous stuff and I will speak and spit it. And every day I'ma walk and live it. And I don't give a damn about any critics. Because this is for me. And I'ma stand here and do it as long as I'm able. And I know I'ma win because I got the strength and support of the table.
Yeah. Say that. You already know. This right, that's what I'm talking about.
Now what, Cena?
Yeah.
Never follow.
Never. He always gotta be last.
He always
John, thank you. Because I wasn't coming behind that, bro. Wasn't coming behind that.
Yo. I love y'all. I love y'all.
I love you too, bro. I love your platform, John. You got, man, people don't know, they better tap into. This is the highest poetry platform on the planet. Like, if you want that fire, if you love that, if you love them words, if you love them, how that flow, gotta get with the Spitfire Poetry Shutdown, man.
Poetry Shutdown. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Listen.
I love y'all,
Listen.
yo. I love y'all for real, man.
Man,
Y'all
hey,
help me be a better me, y'all. Real
yo,
shit. Y'all help me
y'all
be a
need
better
to
me.
follow
Let me
these
go back and
people.
revamp some of this book.
Y'all, y'all need to follow these people.
Y'all
Listen to
always
me.
send me back to double check to make sure I'm
Man.
doing my shit.
Any and everybody watching, follow 4 authors, follow Victor, follow Anna Aneski Kanzat, follow Lady Shamise, Lady Jacobs. Look out for the I Am Woke play. We got so many things that we got that we're doing that's coming,
Man,
guys.
look
So
out for that
please follow
unusual
us.
favors.
Look
out
out
for
for
that.
the
Yes.
table, and the
Yes.
unusual favor play is coming next.
Look out for that.
And Cop Glory's book.
Listen, we just started. We're
Yeah.
just getting started.
Just getting started.
Miss Red, The Plight of a Poet. Glory.
I love it.
Yes.
Lady Glory.
Oh,
y'all
yeah.
get the book.
Already. Shout out to my
That's
girl,
sis?
Lady
Who?
Glory.
Oh, that's his book, Lady Glory. Oh yeah.
Yes.
That's
The
right.
Plight of a
Look,
Poet.
she still made it on here.
Right.
She still made it on
You
here.
knew we was going
That's
to
right,
speak to it.
sis.
You know I
Already.
That's right, sis.
Right.
That's that
why
power
I
you
love my
got, because I
sis.
know you watch it. So let me say that shout out to my sis, Lady Glory. That's
Yeah.
that energy you have. You made it on there. You made yourself present without being present. That's real shit, sis.
That's what
I
I love.
love
That's
it.
what I
I
love
love
about
it.
you.
I
It's
love
all
my
about us
family.
growing, y'all. We're gonna grow together. We're gonna continue to grow
Yes.
together. We're gonna continue to grow individually
Hey,
and
Selena, I
collectively.
see
Like
Selena here.
Shout
shout
out to
out to Miss
Selena.
Selena Pope.
Check
That's
in.
my book distributor. I'm trying to tell y'all, go get y'all 50 copies printed with Selena Pope Productions. I'm trying to tell you, she come through and she makes sure your books is what you want them to be, and it's local.
And
Go
she
pick
not
them up.
lying to you. She not bullshit.
Check
You
out her
support your
movies
own
on. She
people,
got
man.
movies
I love
on
it.
Tubi. Man, Baltimore got too much going on for us not to be saying this shit, y'all.
Talk
What's
about
going
it.
on?
Y'all want to
Where
talk
y'all
about what
at?
everybody else
I love my
doing.
city, man.
Shout
It's a
out
big
everybody
city.
doing stuff in your city. Talk about the people in your city doing what they doing for your city.
Absolutely. Y'all,
That's
I
how we
love
bring the
y'all.
money
I
in.
appreciate y'all for coming on, man.
For having me again.
I appreciate everybody
Appreciate
for
you, bro.
tuning in and watching. Be sure to check out my man Chad on the next show coming right up. Chad, Chad is a fan. He love your shit too. I know he was zapping out too. If he was looking at it, I know he was going crazy.
Yeah.
He loves your shit, man. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'll talk to y'all, I'm sure, within the next 24 hours.
Of course.
Within the next
Right,
24
about 5
hours
minutes, bro.
somehow.
Make sure you
Real
upload
family.
this.
Yeah.
This
Make
is
sure
not
you
for
already
TV. This
upload
is
this
not
so I
made
can
for
share it. And
TV.
I'll be on the group chat in like 5
This
minutes,
is
bro.
right. This is not made for TV. This is a real family. Hey, sure to
Absolutely.
go get it with the, and my father said, I will beseecheth you.
God did. That's
Who trusteth the downtrodden.
God did.
I love y'all. Y'all be safe. Y'all be
Already,
vigilant.
John.
You want to be
Thanks for
blessed,
having us
bless
on.
somebody else.
Let me
Love
stop.
y'all. I am woke forever.
Let me
All
stop.
right. Y'all be safe,
myself.
family.
Most definitely.
All right.
Thanks for tuning in to What Up Baltimore Online Radio.